Hi guys, in one of my recent videos I commented on how New Bright radio control seems to have the forwards and backwards reversed to everybody else's. So I demonstrated how you could reverse the wires on the motor of the truck to get it working the right way with somebody else's controller. So this one I've modified. Just get ready to catch it. So forwards is forwards and reverse is reverse. But then I had a question from Yaqoob Tech, why don't we swap the wires in the controller instead? Well, we'll have a look and see why we don't normally do it, because it's a very simple circuit board and it's just got a couple of push buttons directly on the circuit board. Let's take it apart and have a look. Here we are. This is the forwards reverse, and all it is a couple of spring contacts directly on the circuit board. So if we take the circuit board out, I'll just try and explain how the controls work. We got a spring there, a spring there, and the power comes up in the central part of this metal spring, and when we push the lever forwards, that pushes that spring down, and that makes contact with a bit of wire underneath, and when we push it backwards, that pushes the back spring down, and that makes contact with that bit of wire at the back there. It's the same for left and right. That will go left and that will go right. And then on the back here, this is the actual chip that does all the controlling. So that's the central bit with the springs on it, and we're either making contact with this side or making contact there. So what we need to do is cut the track just here somewhere and just here somewhere, and run a bit of wire from there to there and from there to there. When I say cut the track, that is quite literally what I mean. We need to cut through. I've cut the track just there and there, cut right through it, and I just think I've cut it about 1 millimetre wide as well, so that it's clear there's a gap there. Then I've also scraped some of the covering, this green stuff, off the copper tracks, so we can now connect a wire from that terminal down to there, and from that terminal up to there, and that will reverse our forwards and backwards. Put a little bit of solder on the bare tracks where I'd clean them. Now I'll put the wires on. There we are. That's my jumper wires redirecting the circuitry. I've bent them around a bit just so they're visually clear what's happening. I could have just gone straight point to point. Now we need to put it back together, and so I don't get confused, I've spray painted the cover red. All back together with the nice red top on it. So I'll press forwards and it goes backwards, backwards and it goes forwards, and the unmodified controller, forwards it goes forwards, backwards it goes backwards. So job done. Success.